So for this project, one of my main options was to do a portrait on someone, and I thought who better to do it on than myself. And right now, I'm kind of in a spot where I'm lacking motivation amidst a bunch of problems at the college that I go to and living in an unfamiliar space. So I thought I'd kind of capture this moment so I can look back on it whenever I'm feeling down and whenever I'm feeling like I don't have the inspiration to create. So just for context, my name's Alex. Like I said, I'm a college student in the Chicago area, and right now, half of my faculty is on strike, which sucks. It's almost day 30 of the strike, and so right now it's kind of this weird in-between, like almost COVID time where you don't really know what's going on, there's a bunch of uncertainty, and the days just feel slow. You know, I kind of feel myself waking up in the morning and just wanting to doom scroll social media or waste my time playing video games or whatever I can just to kind of distract myself from what's been going on. I don't really feel like I'm being productive anymore or doing what I'm meant to do here. I came here to create and to make movies and to produce content, and all of that kind of went on pause because I let myself get affected by all these outside factors. More and more as these days go by, I kind of draw back to the same question of, is this really meant to be? And from the bottom of my heart, I do think so. The only thing that keeps me really going at this point is thinking back on where this all started. The beginning.
Co-producer, Hi.
Ever since I was a kid, I loved everything that involved technology and especially cameras. I remember when we would go on family vacations, me and my brother would steal the camera and we'd go run off and make little home videos, or anytime I was at home and I found the camera, I'd take stupid little selfies of me when I'm like 4 and had a bowl cut. At the time, I didn't really realize what I was doing. It was just fun to play around because I wasn't really supposed to hold this camera that was worth more than anything that I had really held. But as I look back, I realize why I was drawn to it so much. And it's because creating made me feel something. It made me happy. As I grew up, my interest in video making kind of took a pause as I got into more sports or music or whatever else it was. But around 10, 11 years old, I got really into YouTube, and one YouTuber specifically. Casey Neistat was always one of those guys that I could sit down and watch his videos forever. He shot them in this super cinematic way where he would do something so simple as setting up a camera and then walking through a door just to give you the transition and make you feel like you were there. It made me feel something again. I was obsessed with these videos. I watched them all the time, and now almost 10 years later, which is crazy to say, as I create videos just for myself or videos for my friends or whatever it is, I find myself drawn back to that same reason of why I started everything. And it's because producing videos like this makes me feel something. And more than anything, seeing the way that I can make other people feel is even more important to me. When I first started making videos in high school, I didn't realize that's what I was doing. To me, the first short film that I made was this stupid little horror movie I made with my friends. And it didn't really make me feel scared, but now when I go back and watch that video, it makes me happy not only to see how me and my friends have grown, but to see how I've grown as a filmmaker. And it doesn't even stop at that first project. One of the first comedy short films I made was my friends dressed up as cops running around our hometown, just getting into a bunch of stupid business. And you look back on it, and there's no real storyline to it. There's a little bit of filmmaking, there's a lot of creativity, but other than that, it was just pure fun. And looking back on that video from 3 years ago now, it makes me feel happy and sentimental on the time that I used to live. So now, at a time where I feel like I'm in need of a bit of reassurance, the whole point of this video is to give me that. As I talk to this camera more and more, I find myself drawing back to that one purpose again, of making myself feel something through creating these videos. So in an attempt to break this cycle of feeling stagnant and like I'm not really making any real progress in what I really want to do in life, I draw back to this one main idea from Casey, and that's do what you can't. Or in my case, do what your mind tells you you can't. Motivation was always one of those things that kind of came and went for me. I feel like it does for everyone. But right now, in a time where inspiration is low and motivation is low, I really want to focus up and I really want to produce something that makes me feel again. In reality, I know all this is really possible. Now it's become brutally obvious that it is what I'm meant to do. There's no question about it. In the end, that's all that really matters, is how what you create makes you feel. And that's something I need to learn from too. In the words of Joseph Owuadarko, remember why you started. Thanks for watching.